Alright guys, welcome to Mike's Powder Coating Castle. Or is it a shithole? It's a shithole, okay. But we are doing some four-wheeler wheels. I got these preheated. I put them in the oven. Oven set at 375. So on these wheels, they're stamped steel wheels. They got this seam around here. The seam's always a pain in that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get that first. We're gonna turn the light hat on so we can see what we're doing. And we're gonna go to town. The color we are spraying today is called Triple Bronze. I may or may not have done a video on this before. I've sprayed this color many a times in the past. I got the gun down so it's hardly flowing, if you notice. That's so that we can get the powder to go where we want it to and not overload everything else around it. Hopefully. I generally don't do the top first. I do the bottom first. But I got this little lip around here. Also this rolled formed lip. I got that on the top and the bottom. I just want to kind of make sure I get that. I'll tell you what, that lip inside there, I cannot miss that. That's not going to be good. All right, now we're going to go down to the bottom. I usually do this the other way around, but being that I got that formed lip and that seam, we went at that down there or up there first. Right now we're just trying to get a cover, a coat over the metal. We're not really trying to make a masterpiece. Let's just get her covered. Make sure we got everything. Got to look at the lip on the bottom, which is a pain. It is a pain a little bit, but you got to get it. You got to make sure you get it now while it's warm. Because later on it's going to be, you think it's hard to get now. Wait till it cools and it's, it'll be 10 times worse. Well, I got this one pretty good. A little touch-up needed. Okay. Then we're going to drop back and do the drums on the outside. Once we make sure we got to take care of the lips. All right. There we go. Nice full cup. I still got the gun way down. I could turn it up and go a lot faster, but I don't really need to go faster. I think everything is good. You see the difference in the color? See the barrel where it's not melted because it's cooled already, and then the inside where it's melted? Well, it's going to be the color that the inside is. Yep, that sure is. So, being that we already see that see how we're not melting on the outside? We know that we can actually go on the inside and start recoating this. So, that's exactly what we're going to do. This is the real ollie double method. You never stop spraying it. Once it cools, you dust it up and you go about your business. You put it in the oven. See, the bottom of this is melted a little bit. And all I'm going to do is give it a light dust just to cover it up. It doesn't take much. Same here. Nice light dust. All right, now we got the bottoms done. We're going to go around the faces. Oh, we don't want to try to hit the, what happens if you hit the gun nozzle on those hooks, it'll knock boogers out of here and land in your part. That's not what you want. We're trying to do a booger-free job here, you know? That should be on a business card. Booger-free powder coating. Maybe a t-shirt. Nah, nobody wants to wear a shirt with the word booger on it. All right, so we're gonna go in here and just get a little bit of coverage on that shine. Darken it up. We want to try to reinforce the fact that we got that lip on the inside. We want to double check for blotch 9000, which this powder doesn't do that, but check for it anyway because a lot of them do. Okay, so that's basically the base coat. And what I call that, this is kind of a hot and run ollie double. So there was no waiting in between the, I wanted to show you this. This is the mostly how things are done. When you see big airboat pieces, okay, it goes in the oven and it comes out, let's say it comes out at 390, let's just say. I pull it in here. Well, I start doing all the cut-ins, all the places where it's going to be a pain, right? By the time that's done, the whole thing's down to, let's say, 300 degrees. So I start dusting it. Well, it kind of melts and has like a weird melted look, but it's not fully melted. But if you go back up and try to rub it, you can't rub the powder off of it because it is melted to it. All I do is go back through and cover that up and even out the metallics and bake it. Your base coat's done. That's a quick, easy way to do it. And how I achieve that on these is put them in the oven, heated them up, pulled them out, and I farted around. I filled the cup up, you know. I mean, they were hot, you've seen, they melted, but they weren't so hot that the powder strings off of it when it goes. Just to say, I don't know if you guys have sprayed stuff super hot before, but it is possible to make a part so hot that when the powder gets next to it, the part's radiating so much heat, it melts the powder in the air and it turns into strings and floats around like cotton candy. I'll have to show you that one time. If you guys never seen it, put it in the comments. And I'll ramp something up like 420 degrees and spray it, and I'll show you what it does. It's crazy. You'd be ducking things, be floating around in there. It's nuts. I mean, I do it from time to time. Sometimes some powders string at a lower temperature than others. You know, it just all depends on the color. But yeah, these babies are ready to go in there and soak for the base coat cure. And being that this is a metallic and I'm clearing it, okay, what I think about is the fact that this is a metallic. If I don't cure this enough, okay, and it does not gel, meaning lock up, okay, if it flows again, if it goes back into flow when the clear is on it, it will slide and it'll drag the metallics in a weird pattern and it'll look like a broke down bowling ball paint job. It's terrible. You don't want it. You don't want it. So the name of the game is to get the part temperature up to, I like to be between 330 and 350. Somewhere in that temperature range. Bring the part up to that temperature. You're fine because you've gotten into the gel, okay? This particular powder is a 10-minute at 400 cure. So getting it to 330 to 350 is a sweet spot. Now, if you're, I don't know if they make metallic low cures. Nah, I don't know saying they don't make them. Can't recall one offhand. Most of them with low cures are solid tones. But yeah, you want to make sure that you get it into the gel stage so that the weight of the clear doesn't drag the metallics. You ever get that like modelly, like look, and it's not clean, crystally, metallic-y evenness? It could be that you didn't cure the base long enough. You got to make sure. The best way to do this is to chase it with a temperature thermometer, okay? I got the front wheels to do too. So I'm educating myself on this, okay? When I put these in there, I'm going to set a timer and I'm going to go in there and I'm going to say, okay, it's going to take 8 minutes for these to get, let's just say, okay? So I'm going to set the timer for 8 minutes and I'm going to open the door and I'm going to clock them with the infrared thermometer. And I'm going to know it took 8 minutes to get to X amount of temperature. That's good information to know. I got to do another set. They're the same thickness, same. These are a little wider, a little deeper dish, but other than that, identical. So it's good information to know so that you don't have to keep clocking the same. If you're doing the same part all day, I'm clocking that bitch once and I know my time and I'm soaking it immediately. I'm not messing with, you know what I'm saying? Educate yourself and then know your times and just put it in for that long. But most of the time, me, all day long, I'm doing different pieces and parts, so I have to temp every single thing, which is all right. We're going to go in the oven. I disconnect this ground. And when we come back, we'll be putting clear on them because we didn't have to mess around and wait for them to cool and come back and redust them. We did it all in one shot, okay? And that's what kind of want to get you guys to do in a production situation, but you gotta be careful because you're putting that top coat of material back on when the wheel has a good bit of temperature in it. And it's real easy to get too much on there and make them goopy. And you don't want, nope, customer didn't sign up for. So there you go. And you saw how I did it. It wasn't a lot that I put on there. All right, I'll show you what they look like when they come out of the oven and then we'll clear them. And then I'm gonna do the front ones and you guys aren't gonna see that. I'll show them to the front ones to you in the end. But you don't wanna watch this same thing again, do you? No, you don't, that's silly. Hey guys, I wanna take a minute to show you something that I think is pretty cool. And I've been using it for about a week and I like it so far. It is this air fitting. It's called a Milton safety exhaust air fitting, okay? And it's this section here, okay? If you notice, no blow, right? If I move this red collar up, that activates the air, I get blow. Pretty cool, huh? And if you turn it off, so the idea of this is if you have, the reason I like this, I'll tell you why. I use about 180 PSI of air pressure is what's right here, okay? When you turn this, hear that little noise? It exhausts the air that's in this coupler so that when you go to disconnect it, it just disconnects easy. And then to connect it, it pushes and it's connected and then you turn the air on. And it's called 5-in-1. So apparently you can plug 5 different fittings into it. I don't know, I've only tried to plug this one in. But, so you would plug it in, no air, turn it on, air, turn it off, no air, disconnect. Pretty cool. Just to say, I have no affiliation with them at all. I found this on Amazon. I ordered one just to try it. So far, I like it. If you guys are using a different air fitting or whatever, put it in the comments. Tell me what you're using. Tell me if you like it. I mean, what's nice about this is 180 PSI of air with a regular fitting. It's somewhat hard to disconnect the fitting. When you exhaust the air, it's effortless. It just unplugs easy. So, kind of like it. And the other thing about this I like is if you notice this, if you hear this, I'm gonna put it by the mic. Hear that? This leaks. So don't leak now. So I usually put it in the off position and that's the way it works. Anyway, just wanted to show you that. I think they're pretty cool. You can buy them on Amazon. I think they're like 5 of them for 85 bucks or something like that. I bought one and I paid almost 30 bucks for it, but I just wanted to try it to see how it was. But anyway, there you go. All right, back to the video. All right, guys, we're back. We're ready to put the clear on. We got the base down pretty good. It's really nice. It's smooth, flat. All right, we're gonna marshmallow these bad boys up. Hopefully you're ready for this. It's gonna be really exciting. You're not gonna believe it. Actually, it's probably gonna be exactly the opposite of that. I've done this before and it wasn't exciting last time I did it. Alrighty then. Let's see what she gives us. And really here we want to try to sort of maintain a little gun etiquette. You don't want to get the gun too close, get it all freaked out. Sorry guys, that was a UPS driver trying to deliver a package that did not belong to me. You know, I mean, they tried to force me to be a porch pirate or something, or sort of. He's like, "Are you Ray?" I'm like, "Negative. There's no Ray here." All right. So that's pretty much what we're going to do is marshmallow these bad boys up. And if you keep your distance from them, they take a really nice coat. It's when you start trying to force the clear coat is when you start running into troubles. The forcing it is when it's hot. That's the only time you can do it. Everything else in powder coating is finesse. It's, you know, that's basically all I can tell you. If you want to manhandle it, do that when it's hot. But I suggest that you do it quickly and not get too much on there, is what I'm saying. You've seen what I just did. You guys saw the video. I mean, it's documented. It's not, it doesn't take a whole lot. You just, basically, if you cover it twice, it's at least covered once, right? Now that sounds stupid, but that's kind of how the discount double check goes. And then here, I don't really want to put the gun in the wheel if I can keep from it. I'd like to keep it out here. And let the fluffing action pull it where it's got to go. Man, if I hit that damn hooks one more time. And just something else that I'll just say off the top of my head. If I had my way about it, and my style of spraying, okay, is going to be this. I am on the thinner side on the base coat. I like to be on the thinner side on the base coat and on the heavier side on the clear coat, if that makes any sense. Okay, I don't want the base coat to be thick and goopy and picture framed and, you know, got sag lines around bolt holes. I don't want that, because if you start out with that, then you clear it and you put enough clear on it to make it look good. Oh, now what you got is super sag lines and drooling drips and titties. And you don't want that. So I try to put the base coat. You got to cover it now. You can't be half-stepping and not cover what you're trying to do. I'm not saying not to cover it. But what I'm saying is you don't have to put the base coat on where, I mean, I'm telling you, I just did a set of brake calipers. I almost did a video on them. They're sitting over there. They're orange. Whoever powder coated those, I'm not sure if they were dipped. Maybe they were made out of powder coating. I don't know. But that stuff was thick. I was like, oh my God. Ridiculous. I don't know how many tries you really need. I mean, that's the thing, man. You want to do this once. You want to do it the right way, one time, and be done with it. How do you bid it to do it 2 times? Or I don't understand. I don't understand. That's why I show you guys. That's why I do videos and I show you the way I do it so that you can get successful results 99.9% of the time. And just rest assured that if it doesn't work out for you, it was something you did. I hate to tell you that and I bust your bubble, But it's me too. It's not just you. You know, when it don't work out, and I look at it and go, ah, every time it's something I did. What you do is you look at that stuff and you learn, don't do that no more. And you improve by looking at your own stuff and realizing what you did, and then you don't do that no more. See how that works? It's real simple. It's a continuous feedback loop. Do dumb shit, see dumb shit, try not to do dumb shit again. You see how that works? But inevitably, you'll still do dumb shit again. But hopefully, as time goes on, the feedback loop gets better, and you start, I go into autopilot. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't even think about it. I'm just, that's why it's real easy for me to do YouTube videos. Because I can blibber and blabber and blah, 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 about all this. I could talk to you about the no prep race last night, or, you know, whatever. And it doesn't matter to me. I'll just coast right through it, because I don't know why. Because I'm an idiot and I've been doing this way too long. I don't know how to do nothing else. I mean, I can build race cars, but who pays money for that? All right, well, I've done looky-loot them, and I'm happy with what I see. They're marshmallowed up. All right, so you know what that means, guys. I appreciate you watching. I'm gonna throw these in the oven. Just to tell you, these bad boys got to 360 degrees in 7 minutes. So that's good information to know. So now when I do my cure, I know in 7 minutes they're going to be able to start whatever clock you have on your cure. So this one happens to be 18 minutes at 375. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to put them in there. We're going to smack them up to 375 and hold them there for 18 minutes. And when we bring them out, we'll do some glamour shots and that type of stuff. So I'm going to go put this in the oven. So, you know, appreciate you guys watching. Thank you. And bye-bye.